Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Gina once again. I'm using my 9x12 mixed media Strathmore journal. It's mixed media paper. The pages are 190 GSM. So again, I'm actually using a page that had scrap paint on it, a page that I skipped over because it's one of my earlier pages and I didn't know what to do with it. I was intimidated by it, to be honest, and I just left it there for months. Today I decided to tackle it, and I'm just using my fine liner bottle with paints in it to just make some marks, and I'm using my brush to just pull the paint very gently away from the line that I made. So I did the first line and I thought, hey, this looks kind of cool. Let me do some more lines and see how it turns out. And as usual, I don't know what I'm doing. I like this orientation. It kind of reminds me of a ghost. And I was actually feeling to leave it just like this right there. But I say, nah, Gina, let's just keep doing stuff and see what happens. I thought I would come in with some white, try to do the same thing because I found that it was getting quite dark and I wanted to brighten it up a bit. I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it. I was actually thinking of just, putting some white paint in some places and just blending it in. But I kind of didn't want to do that. So I decided to just use the same technique and just do my line and then pull the paint away from the line, using white instead, and I liked it. It was kind of brightening up some of the areas, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, to be honest. It was very relaxing and soothing and methodical, kind of not too much thinking. So it was a nice exercise. At this point, I am lost. I don't know what to do. I have no clue. I don't know if I should leave it as it is, if I should try to add something else. And I just took some minutes sitting, looking at it, trying to figure out what should I do, if I should do anything. And eventually I just added some more lines in some areas. And then I saw these two kind of crisscrossed and met. So I thought, okay, let's try to fill in some areas and try and add some more character to the page. Something different, a different shape, but using the same technique. And then after that, I actually set out looking for areas that I could join the lines together for them to meet so I could create that space. Here, I just realized that I missed a tiny bit. I didn't go all the way down. I guess my eyes played a little trick on me there. And then I realized that these two, the small and the big one, was close together. So now I'm trying to create some more in some other areas on the page. Because those two close together, I didn't really like it side by side like that. If it was off center or staggered, I would have felt a little better. But yeah, I didn't like that they were next to each other like that. So yeah, I'm liking this. It's kind of web-like. I don't know. but I like it. Looking at my page, I thought, okay, let's look at my background colors once again. And then I saw this. I honestly don't remember what color this is. I think it could be a mixture of black with some other colors. Probably black and blue. Not sure. Honestly, don't remember what I put in here, but I felt that it could add, it reminded me of the color. You see right there where I just went over on the right? It had reminded me of that color. So I thought, okay, let's add this and help bring out that color in the background. I don't know if it really helped. And then I let that dry a bit, and then I started to feel like I was playing it too safe. So I just started to just mess up the paint. And I was like, oh my gosh, Gina, what are you doing? What are you doing? But I did it anyway. Went brave. I mean, this is my art journal, and my journal is really a place to play around and have fun and experiment and try new things and go brave, right? So I'm just doing some blending, going really brave, kind of freaking out because I'm like, Gina, you're messing it up. What are you doing? What is this? What are you going to do next? But I continued anyway. I'm putting in this space because I felt those two alone wasn't enough. It looked kind of odd. So I'm adding it here, but honestly, I don't like where I added it, and I wanted to put in another space, but then I didn't want to cover the entire page. So I just left these three gray-blue areas. Blue-gray? I don't know. I just left these three areas as they are, and I was thinking, okay, this could be okay. Then I wanted to darken this space, this area just a little bit, so I added some black to darken it up. And then I thought, okay, I think you should stop here and try and tie everything in together again. So I'm going back over with the black in some areas just to make it look like it's actually part of the entire piece instead of just, me messing up some spaces on the page. So I'm just throwing some lines all over the top of it, and it kind of looks more like a part of it than it did before. And then I thought, let me add some red, because in my mind, the background, I'm seeing red, but then I thought it looks more pink. So I'm coming in with a paint marker. This is actually Milan. It's Milan Fluoglass marker. And I am just trying to make some random marks. It's not precise. And the paint is still wet, so I'm kind of doing it through it, over it, skipping, jumping. And now I'm just using my cardboard frame that I made just to see if I like certain areas or any areas, because honestly, I didn't really like the page when I was at this point. So I was trying to see if I use my quote-unquote viewfinder, if I would actually like my frame. It's a frame. If I would actually like it. So I thought I was done. See, I even took the pics and then I thought, no, I don't like it. So I'm actually going to add black and block out those areas. And I wasn't going to film it. I was just going to leave it as is. But then I thought, yeah, why not? Just, see what happens. So I just went over parts of those areas with the black paint because I didn't like the way it was looking. I felt it needed some more blocking out. And I'm just going to try to see what happens. Because, when we make a decision, it prompts us to make another decision. So I was hoping when I did this, it would make me think, oh, now I could do this. But that didn't happen. It did not happen. I'm bringing back in my viewfinder, my frame to see, okay, maybe this is what I want. So I thought, okay, let me add some more paint and block out some more. But then I decided to just continue doing the lines and I ended up doing these boxes instead. And I thought, okay, maybe I could leave the boxes. It'll add something. But it doesn't really match what's on the page because what's behind is, nice swerved lines, curved. And these are boxes, so it doesn't really match. That's what I was telling myself. It doesn't match. And I was like, well, Gina, it's already done. It's already there, so just leave it. So I decided to continue my paint pulling technique. And even though they're boxes, I just kept the same shape. And I just pulled the paint and I said, I will leave it like that and see how it looks when I'm done. And then decide after that if I'm going to paint over it or leave it as it is. So while I'm trying to decide if I'm leaving it, I'm going back over again with my curved lines just over the top of some of those in some areas to again bring it back in to tie into the page so it will look like it actually is part of it even though it's a different shape. I'm coming back in with my pink lines as well using the paint marker, and then I'm going to step back and look at it and see if I like it. Here comes my frame, and I actually like it better. When I have the frame and I break it down into different parts, possible parts, I actually think, okay, yeah, this looks cool. I actually like it. So that's the only reason I left it as is. Thank God for the frame. It saved it. I'm using the paper there just to block off that excess so I could really see it to its fullest. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what you think. Bye!